request that since these are the backbones of the economy in KwaZulu-Natal, they must allow us to govern Umhlathuze and Newcastle, and they take eThekwini and Umsunduzi. If that is a challenge, we must have a way of core governance only in the economic hubs. From the 13th of November, the ANC did not come back with an answer. On Friday, Saturday, Sunday, our team was persistent that our agreement relies on the completion of the part of the economic hubs. On Monday morning, the ANC gave us a response that it will not be able to meet either of our requests, whether we take Umhlathuze and Newcastle or we have a core governance of the economic hubs. As a result, the whole arrangement, because we agreed that let us allow the local dynamics to prevail in each and area of these economic hubs, and that effectively nullified the working arrangement we had agreed upon.
So would you say then that the ANC have been the authors of their own demise in as far as, you know, you would have been able to assist them retain some of these municipalities where they led, where they had the most voting bloc that supported them, to the extent that they couldn't conclude these matters with you timeously? They were the authors of their own demise?
Definitely, Chula Sizwe, you will agree with me. It is the IFP that went on public early. The ANC was silent. It is the ANC that disrupted our meetings in Vryheid, in Mtonjaneni, yet the agreement was on place. You know, if you do not move with speed, things get out of hand. The ANC is the author of the challenges it is experiencing today, because if it agreed to our request, it would have not lost as much as it has done, but it is them who put themselves into this scenario. I do not want to use the word that sometimes arrogance is a big problem.
Let me put two propositions to you, and then we can conclude. The first one would be that someone looking at this would read it as you, as the national leadership of the IFP, had these discussions with the ANC and this broad understanding, but you were not able to sell it to the structures on the ground for them to implement. Someone looking at it could look at it alternatively to say you were simply defied by councillors in some of these municipalities.
That is not true, Tula Sizwe. After our meeting in Johannesburg on Saturday, on Monday, the 15th, we convened the NEC. On Tuesday, the 16th, we convened the National Council of more than 100 leaders across the country. And on Monday morning, when the ANC communicated with us that let us allow local dynamics to prevail, we issued an instruction to all our structures that we are no longer working with the ANC. We will be voting against the ANC. That emanated from the NEC as a leading structure.
And then lastly, the second proposal would be to say, I don't want to use the word revenge, Mr. Hlabisa. Let me call it comeuppance and say that, you know, it was sweet comeuppance on the ANC in that previously the ANC had worked with the National Freedom Party to sort of squeeze you out of the political space in many, many parts of KwaZulu-Natal and, indeed, many parts of South Africa. And someone else looking at it could potentially conclude that this was your moment to inflict sweet comeuppance for the avoidance of the word revenge on the ANC.
No, we do not work like that, Tula Sizwe, in the interest of the nation. We were committed in stability and efficient service delivery, as I am saying. it took more than 8 days for the ANC to give us an answer which says no. And we were persistent the whole Friday, Saturday, Sunday, until early morning hours of Monday, and they came up with an answer, no. Because we were not begging, we said, no, it's fine. Let us then terminate the working arrangement and look at what is going to transpire from area to area. We do not work on revenge because we believe in building a reconciled community through political parties.
All right, Baba Velenkosini Hlabisa, I really appreciate your time. This was an important conversation. It's been a question that's been playing on my mind, and I imagine on the minds of many of our viewers as to what exactly happened between your announcement last week and the voting we've seen in some of the KZN municipalities. That is the leader of the IFP there, Velenkosini Hlabisa, outlining what transpired after they had that understanding with the ANC. You heard it for yourself that basically the ball was in the ANC's court as far as the IFP is concerned. And when the ANC decided that they were not going to accede to some of the requests from the IFP, well, let the chips fall where they may. And indeed, the die was cast with the results that we saw over the last few days. You're watching All Angles on eNCA.